Welcome students. Today we will discuss about the chapter planning. We have already discussed the in this lesson in my previous lesson we have already discussed the concept of a planning, then the features of a planning, then importance of a planning, then the limitations of a planning. So today we will discuss about the process of a planning. Process means we have already discussed process or methods or a system or a sequence. And that means what are the process for making a plan. In the features we have already discussed the planning is predetermined in nature and planning is prepared after setting up objectives. If there will be no objectives, planning will not be prepared. Planning will be meaningless without objectives. So the first process of a planning is setting up the objectives. Objectives or targets which is set by the top executives of an organization. So this is the primary step. This is the primary step in the process of a planning which specifies the objective of organization. That is what an organization want to achieve. So in this first process, setting up the objectives, that means in a planning function, manager begins with setting up objectives because of all the policies, procedures and methods are framed for achieving objectives only. In importance also we have discussed planning focus on objectives only. So the first process is setting up of the objectives. Okay? The planning process begins with the setting up of objectives. Next, objectives are end results which the management wants to achieve by its operations. Objectives are specific and are measurable in terms of units. Objectives are set up for the organizations as a whole for all departments, and then departments are set their own objectives. That means entire organization makes its objectives, and these objectives are also divided into department wise. Like this, all departments are also prepare their own objectives within the framework of organizational objectives. For example, a mobile phone company set the objectives to sell 2 lakh units next year, which is double the current year's sale. Like this. So the objective is to sell 2 lakh units in the next year. Our second process is planning premises, or you can say it developing premises. Premises means making assumptions regarding future to assume what will happen in future. Premises are the base on which plans are made. Premises are the base on which plans are made. So planning is essentially focused on the future, and there are certain events which are expected to affect the policy formation. Such events are external in nature and affect the planning adversely if ignored. Their understanding and fair assessment are necessary for effective planning. Such events are the assumptions on the basis of which plans are drawn and are known as planning premises. For example, the mobile phone company has set the objective of a 2 lakh unit sale on the basis of a forecast done on the premises of favorable government policy towards digitalization of transactions. Next, our third process is identifying alternative courses of action or listing the various alternatives for achieving the objectives. Here, alternatives means what are the ways and means to reach at our destinations. What are the other methods, process, ways and means. So all the alternatives are to be identified for achieving the objectives. So once objectives are set, assumptions are made. Then the next step is to act upon them. There may be many ways to act and achieve objectives. All the alternative courses of action should be identified. That means, see, all the activities or all the alternative courses, all the ways are to be identified first. For example, the mobile company has many alternatives like reducing price, means how to increase sales, how to increase 2 lakh units in next year, if there will be competitors in the market, if there will be low demand in the market. For this, company has already prepared its plans like by reducing price, increasing advertising and promotion, after sales service, etc. Our next process is evaluating alternative courses of actions. That means, see, the alternatives which we have already identified, all these alternatives are to be evaluated, means are to be analyzed to find out its plus and minus points, merits and demerits, because business has to implement the plans which are most useful for the organizations. So in this step, the positive and negative aspects of each alternative need to be evaluated in the light of objectives to be achieved. So every alternative is evaluated in terms of lower cost, lower risk and higher returns within the planning premises and within the availability of capital. For example, the mobile phone company will evaluate all the alternatives and check its pros and cons. Means from every point of view, these alternatives are to be evaluated. Next, our fifth process, based of alternatives. Now you have already evaluated all the alternatives, and this is the stage. This is time to select the best alternatives for our organizations. So the best plan, which is the most profitable plan and with the minimum negative effects, is adopted and implemented. After evaluation, the best alternatives are to be selected. In such cases, the manager's experience and judgment play an important role in selecting the best alternatives. For example, mobile phone company selects more TV advertisements and online marketing with great after sales service. Our next process is implement the plans. This is the sixth process. Implementing means implementation, to apply, to implement the best alternatives which you have selected in our organizations for achieving our objectives. So this is the step where other managerial functions come into the picture. This step is concerned with doing what is required. In this step, managers communicate the plan to the employees clearly to convert the plans into action. So this step involves allocating the resources, organizing for labor and purchase of machinery, because all other functions of management based on planning. As per plans, manager has to allocate the resources to all the departments and organizing for labor. That means, see, selection will be there, staffings will also be here, and purchase of machinery, tools, equipments for the departments. For example, mobile phone company hires salesmen on a large scale, creates TV advertisement and starts online marketing activities and set up a service workshops. And our last process is follow up. Follow up means follow up action. Follow up action means after implementing the plans, now it is the responsibility of a manager to check whether the plans are perfectly, systematically implementing and following by our employees. And if there will be any difficulties, any problems faced by our employees, that must be noted and to get feedback from our employees, whether employees are satisfied with these plans or not. So this is follow-up action step. Again, monitoring the plans constantly and taking feedback at regular intervals is called follow-up. After assigning duties, it is the responsibility of every manager to follow. Is there any problem faced by employees? Can the manager help the employees at any problems, at any steps? For this, manager has to get feedback from the employees. Is the plan is suitable, reasonable for the organizations? Is it helps for achieving the objectives? All these things manager has to get feedback. So monitoring of a plan is very important to ensure that the plans are being implemented according to the schedule. As per schedule, whether all the works are performing or not. All these things are to be noted, are to get feedback by managers. So regular checks and comparisons of the results with set standards are done to ensure that objectives are achieved. And for example, a proper feedback mechanism was developed by the mobile phone company throughout its branches so that the actual customer response, revenue collection, employee response, etc. could be known. So, this is the process of planning. So, this is the end of this chapter, and again we will discuss some questions like importance of planning, limitations of planning, process of planning. These are very important questions which are frequently asked by CBSE. So definitely you must prepare at least 3 questions, that is importance, limitations and process of planning. This is all about today's class. Thank you.